If you've ever found yourself able to tell in detail all of the lore and interpersonal relationships of your favorite series, but you find it difficult to study for a history or science class, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because you're in the right place. Hello everyone and welcome to Ronin Speaks, your tangential learning experience. But first, what exactly is tangential learning? By definition, it is the process by which people self-educate themselves on a topic, if it is exposed to them through something they already enjoy. In other words, you learn about things as a consequence of engaging with your interests. Kind of like a tangent. People will be more motivated to learn faster and deeper about a topic that they already care about. For example, if you really like the movie 300, you'd be inclined to learn about the real Battle of Thermopylae and ancient Greece. Or, if you like Assassin's Creed, you might be more interested in learning about the Renaissance or various historical figures than if you were simply told to learn about them in a class. But tangential learning isn't just limited to learning about history. If the mechanics of the game are intertwined with the gameplay, you can learn about concepts through hands-on practice. For example, if you've ever played RuneScape, it is likely ingrained in your memory that bronze is an alloy of copper and tin, that the max number of coins in a stack is 2,147,483,647 GP, because RuneScape uses 32-bit integers to store values, which are unable to represent a higher number than that. There is probably no better example of tangential learning in practice than Kerbal Space Program, a game which requires you to use some fairly advanced astrophysics in order to play the game effectively, yet it still manages to be fun. In the process of learning how to play the game better, you are introduced to physics and engineering concepts that you likely wouldn't have been exposed to normally. One complaint you likely have uttered in school at some point is, why are we even learning this? Or, when are we ever even going to use this in life? The most likely outcome in that situation is that although it might be important to pay attention and remember what you were taught for class, it can't help but go in one ear and out the other. As Winston Churchill once said, I am always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. If there is anything that schools and teachers could take away from this concept, it is to ask students to use the skills that you've taught them in a way that means something to them. Instead of asking students to write long essays or take tests, instead, involve them in projects that appeal to their interest and creativity in order to demonstrate the skills that they've learned. What I hope to accomplish with this channel is to talk about various topics that I find interesting, from science, history, and technology, based in the framework of lore and mechanics from video games, movies, and shows. While other shows like Nye the Science Guy or the Magic School Bus were educational shows that made learning fun, I would like to be able to relate entertainment and things we already enjoy to something educational in a meaningful way. Join me on journeys down rabbit holes of topics I didn't know I needed to know. And until we meet again, this is the Ronin.